we are going to do a quick revision of whatever we have discussed about Revenue Cloud in the last video, and then we will move towards our main topic of the day, which serves as a foundational topic, business rule engine in learning Revenue Cloud. So let's get started and let's quickly revise whatever we have discussed. Okay, so one thing is that CPQ versus Revenue Cloud. What is CPQ? CPQ is a managed package which mainly focuses on CPQ, which means you just configure the products, product options, product bundles, nested products, decide the billing, how the discounts are going to apply, that entire engine, and mainly focuses on sending the documents related to the code, right? Sending the codes. So CPQ, it's a managed package which is mainly to make the life of sales representatives easier, to make our sales smoother. But Revenue Cloud on the another side has a bigger picture. And if you see from the top, what is the problem? The problem is that imagine you sold a product. Okay, you have sold a lot of things. On the quotes you see a lot of quotes generated, but in your company billings, in your company accountings, you don't see where exactly the amount is. Okay, you don't see them on the papers, which means earlier when you were doing it from just getting all the right products configured, to set up the right pricing, to generate the documents, now you are more interested towards right from the product selection to handling the cash, and in the end when you get the money, which is why all the businesses are doing it, right? So this is the entire circle, what is the difference between CPQ and Revenue Cloud. And now let's move to the one and only topic, not the next topic, which is business rule engine. So coming on to this part, I would like to let you know that this is the link from where I have been learning about the business rule engine. I will share this link in the chat. Okay, and then let's get started. What is this topic about? So I have gone through a lot of trailheads, and where I have seen this topic being taught again and again, so that's the reason. Before deep diving into Revenue Cloud, we should know what is a business rule engine on a high level. So it's more like a kind of a mechanism or a no code tool. Okay, it is basically used by admins to take some decisions. So basically, what is business rule engine? It has three things: decision tables, decision matrix, and expression sets. What happens is, for example, your company, they sell laptops. Okay, now the problem occurs that we have a table in the notebook. What normally we do it, how we are handling it till now, I am a sales rep, I note it down in my notebook that if in my store anybody who is having a corporate ID, if they come up and they buy, they have an order of more than 50,000, I will give them 10% discount. Okay, and if there is somebody who is a student, I will give them a 20% discount, something of that sort. So in real time we have a lot more complex scenarios than this. But what happens, what we store basically in the decision tables and the decision matrix is, so decision matrix is a very simple table type of thing where you have some input, and based on that input you get one output. Just imagine it is it like a table. Okay, where A is mapped to 1, B is mapped to 2. So whenever I say A, input as A, output comes as 1. Input as B, output comes as 2. That's it. This is a decision table. Sorry, this is a decision matrix, which is a kind of, it's a box, input, output, that's it. No fancy stuff. But in real time, as I was telling you in that laptop example, we could have more big complex things, that if it's a corporate employee, if the order is more than 10 lakhs, this is the discount we are offering, this. So what happens is that if such type of information, we create some table, we create some rows, that say we create a decision table such that we have three things, say the type of customer, okay, the amount of order that they have, and then the discount. So the amount of order and the type of customer, these two are the inputs. Okay, basis which are output, which is the amount of discount, is being calculated, and that's the output part. Okay, so this is what the decision table is. I hope we are clear. Decision matrix is just a box, input, output, aligned one on one. Key if this A, then it's 1. If this is B, then it's 2. But on a very complex, a little bit on the complex side, if we have different conditions where we have, greater than, less than, like multiple filtering criteria. So that in that scenario, what we do is we will create an object. We can use the standard objects as well, where we will have some records. In those records, say now I have already, actually, let me show you on screen. I have already created a decision, basically. So what we have done is, in this scenario, I have, let me shorten me down, I don't have the capability, yeah. So this is discount rule. Actually, don't take it that way. This is just a normal object that I have created. Okay, discount rule is just a fancy name that I have given, which has three things. These are all the custom fields: customer type, discount, and the order amount. Okay, three things it is discussing about. Then what I did is I created some records. This is my first record. So for the discount rule, I have given the customer type, order amount, and the discount. So this is one record I have created. This is the second record I have created, third record, and fourth record. So these are all the records of object discount rule, which is a custom object. You can give any name, okay, and you can create your records accordingly. So my goal in the end of the day is that I have such kinds of records where I have done this kind of mapping, and I want somebody that whenever there is an input, I can send the output. Okay, I want that capability where some calculation will happen. Okay, so that is where expression set, our third part, comes into picture. So till now we have discussed decision matrix and decision tables. Expression set is where the calculation happens, where you call these tables, okay, where you perform some actions and you get back the output. I hope we are clear with business rule engine. We will see it on screen. So this type of scenario, say we have that there is a customer of type student, order amount is greater than 50,000, we will give 15% discount. And if the customer type is student and the order amount is less than or 50,000, we give a 10% discount. Just random things I'm doing, okay. And basis on which I think in the records I have created some different, for if it's a corporate, the order amount is this, and then this is this. So what we have to do is to make whatever things we have discussed to come into action. So my goal, what use case I'm trying to do is, so there is this lookup table. So how do you create a decision table or a decision matrix? You go to lookup tables, you click on new, and you you create a a lookup table named discount calculator. This is the name that I have given. And how we are going to do it, in this lookup table, basically we call the object where our records reside. So in my scenario, the object was discount rule, so that's the reason this has a discount rule here. And then once I have added my object, this is the table. So we have some filter criteria, some conditions. So these two are the input fields that I have given. So this is when you configure the lookup table. I want you to open the lookup table in your Salesforce org and create a similar type of object, then the records, and then come up here looking for these options. So this is the input fields that I have given, that this customer type is an input field, this is an input field which has a data type this, and these are the operators. So in the decision table, we get the capability that we will be able to basically set different operators, greater than, less than. So now I have written my filter criteria in such a manner that whenever there is a customer type which is equals whatever that I have given in my records, and if the order amount is less than or equal to the amount that is present in my records subsequent to the same customer type, then we have to give the discount as the third field in the output fields, okay. So this is how the decision, basically the table looks like. This is the lookup table. We are calling this object, records are also sorted. Now we are going to This is the app Business Rule Engine, and we have to go for expression sets. This is how an expression sets look like. If you want to see it, it will come from here. Okay, so in the expression sets, you click go here and click on new, and in my scenario I have created this one, discount demo. Probably no, this is not the one. Calculate discounts was the one that I have worked on. Okay, so this is the, as soon as I click on this, this is the expression set. This is the screen that will appear. We have if you know how Salesforce flow works, we have different ways. Okay, we call few things, we call epics and that stuff. We have the capability to create variables, we have the capability to, perform some actions, do some assignment. So similarly, this is how the expression sets look like. So basically, expression sets is where you can call your lookup tables, and lookup tables are of two types, which is decision tables and decision matrix. Now the requirement and the decision is up to you, whether you want to store that records in the object in the form of records, then you will be using decision table. If you want, if the scenario is very simple, mapped with one-on-one input output, then you are going to use decision matrix. So this is a lookup table where I have called this lookup table. It takes the two same inputs. This is the same lookup table that was called here, and where it has gone, I think we have, yeah, I let me open it quickly. So it had that input fields and the output fields, and if you come up here, what it is doing is that it is calling this, giving the input variables, getting the output variables, and in the end I am storing this output variable, which is discount, in this field. And this is what this expression set will have handy. This will basically have the discount present over here. Now my scenario is that whenever there is a laptop order is a custom field that I have created. So there is a flow, and this flow talks about whenever a laptop order is created, and based on the customer type and basis on the amount of order that for which they have purchased, we have to automatically apply the discount and calculate the final amount that they have to pay. Okay, so this is the flow that we are talking about, and I have added an action. This action is nothing but this is calling a this is calling an expression set, which takes up the two inputs and gives back the output. This is the same expression set that we see over here. And in using the formula field, once we get the discount, using the formula field, I am updating these records by giving the final amount, which is nothing but discounting the amount of the order from the actual total amount. Okay, so if the total amount was 100 and the discount is 10%, so 100 minus 10, which is 90. So this is what the customer has to pay, and it will update automatically on the laptop order. So if you see here, this is the laptop order HP that I have created. So if the customer type is student and the order amount is given, as soon as I click, I have created this basically record. This is the final amount that got automatically updated, and this was the discount that came in directly using that flow by calling the expression set. I know it got a little bit off track in between, but I will try to keep these sessions a more making more sense from future. So that's it from Business Rule Engine, and this is the link that I will share in the description, and you can go through this. It's a very good article. This is from where I have learned business